All right, so how do we get Bitcoin to be adopted by the masses? In this video, we're going to break down the highlight of the Scrypt Hackathon yesterday on Sunday, featuring Bitcoin heavyweights Jack Liu and Josh Petty, and the concepts behind degen and boomers, and what really, their real world experience coming from both sides of the picture and becoming incredibly successful and rich from what they've done and what we could take away from it. So stand by for this. Yeah, so at the end of the panel, we had these two all-star guys come in, and we did like a basically a little panel with a Q&A from the audience at the end, and it got extremely heated. What happened was Jack Liu and Josh Peasy, he's a founder of Twetch, Ordinals wallets, and entrepreneurs in the space that have had incredible. Jack of RelayX had incredible success in the space, like very very big success, and so they are describing and basically in a kind of debate with the Bitcoin Association, BSV Association, and the crowd about, well, what's the best way to get adoption? Now, what's been applied overall in the space has been what Jack defines as the boomer mentality, which is raise money from VCs, raise money from an investor, go out and bring the product to market the product, you spend the investor's money and build it, the old way, which is like the IPO way. You get VC money and you bring it out. And then Jack and then Joshua Petty, they have different mentalities. They didn't take VC money. They're working completely on their own funding, and they're basically building what's called on-chain, meaning on Bitcoin only products. And they're working on the marketing aspect to the consumers. So to kind of summarize on the debate, and I'm going to put a link to the video here at the end. It is actually a huge success. And we had, when I was looking at it, it was about 8,500 people were live at one point watching the space on all the platforms. I think Twitter space had as much as 8,500 people. And I'm going to send you guys, I'm going to link the YouTube portion of it in here, and I'll see if I can link it at the end so you could watch where it starts. But it got really heated because, according to, the panel, Jack and Josh, they said that, that boomer way, it hasn't worked. And they're debating with the Bitcoin Association guys. They're debating on whether or not, how's your... Yeah, and they asked Thomas and Jake from the Bitcoin Association, and Kevin was there as well, and about how has your angle worked. And they had a lot of poignant debates and arguments and very good discussion points. And so, ultimately, the panel really, erupted and said that they believe that their way was better because they've had so much more financial success, measurable success. I mean, their businesses have made much higher profits and market share. And so which is a measurable point they've made. So then on the other side of the point, the Bitcoin Association's point was, well, why can't we just do both? Why can't we, build the enterprise adoption, a large scale mass adoption for governments and for businesses and for large industries? And then you guys can also work on the consumer side, which is the meme coins and what they call the silly, stupid things, which, regular everyday consumers like and have had incredible success. So ultimately, it's definitely an interview you have to watch, a panel you have to watch. I'll put it at the link. We had a great successful event at the hackathon. It's something I took a ton of value out of, specifically on this. I mean, each one of these speakers was phenomenal, legendary, influential, and inspirational in their own right. We'll talk about that more in the future. But this is the real highlight that I definitely want to point out and plug. Now, we did have some discussions about potentially doing another event in the future. So one of the panelists, Josh Petty, he threw out the idea of on this discussion about doing something called on the next event, like a contest. And I think he brought up Angry Birds, which I don't really know what that was, but I would definitely am totally open to throwing the idea out there to Joshua Petty as to how we could do it in the future. And we could bring an idea where what he mentioned was, all right, well, you create a concept like this, and then you make a challenge, and then at the event, each of these, kind of break it down into workshops, and then each little workshop creates let's say an app or a little business, and then they launch their app, and then the success of the event is measured on the profitability or like the market share that the little test app had. And his example was Angry Birds, which apparently is a meme or something silly that is maybe not that hard to do. It's not a huge business that they're building. It's just it's about like the market share or the little meme coin. So anyways, I'd have to get him on or discuss that more as to how that would actually work. But, it seems like a very logical approach in a way, and at least definitely open-minded to do it, to potentially doing it in the next event. And I will say that we're already in talks here, basically in talks to getting the next one set up. And this is so it seems to be, it could be really big. I'll kind of leave the information. Well, we're talking about doing Toronto. That already came up. Raphael brought the idea up. So, potentially that may be just out there. I'll just kind of put it out. It's just an idea right now. Okay. I'm not sure how it would go together, but it's an idea, and it may happen in the near future. So stand by for that. We definitely had a lot of success. I mean, it seems like the way it was structured was really, people really liked, which was like all at the same place. People all stayed at the same hotel. So we had everybody jammed up in all these rooms, and then the conference room, that pavilion room, was just packed full of about room for about 50 people, so, and it was between 30 and, 50 people, pretty consistent, maybe 60 people. I don't know. It was definitely full at some point, but in and out, it was still always about 30 or 40 people, it seemed like. So it was ideally where we were at, right where we targeted we wanted to be at. So, and then the online audience, again, was absolutely thrilling. And big shout out to the Babbage team for that. They deserve all the credit. And also CoinGeek, and we, kind of structured things and partnered with the CoinGeek guys to get it out there and stream it in BA, BiCoCoin Association. So, but yeah, we couldn't have done it without the Babbage guys, and big shout out to them. They're the ones that did all the engineering behind the scenes. So thank you for them. Ty did an incredible job. So that being said, I'll post a link to the end of the video. You guys can watch that, and I will put it right here. That's going to be the part 2, and it's a couple hours in. There's some really great other talks. I highly recommend watching it all, but I just wanted to break this last panel down, the big highlight from the big high drama scene, which literally turned out to some F-bombs, and it got pretty wild and crazy at some point. So, but a huge success overall, and I think we all agree to be friends, even though everyone may have some disagreements on the concepts. But we're all on the same path of global adoption. Building Bitcoin to get it out to humanity and empower individual consumers to have their own peer-to-peer electronic cash system. So, hit the like button. It's very important to hit the like button and hit the notification bells. I heard that some people were not getting notified about the videos. They subscribe and then they never hear about a video. Hit the notification bells, all, subscribe, like. You got to hit the like button as well, and then it will make sure you see it. And share the video on Twitter. Get it out there. I'll see everyone at the top. Thanks everybody for coming to the event.